Hello everyone, it's Natalie Ledwell here. This is the Inspiration Show. I have a very special guest with me today, and today we're going to be talking about starting over. Having a fresh start, and having one way of life and one way of doing things, and then stepping into something new. How to face the fear of doing that and move through it in a very successful and very empowering way. So please welcome my guest, the amazing Ms. Marni Battista. How are you, Marni?
Hello. I just love it the way you say my name.
with my Texas accent, right?
Yeah, with your Texas accent. I love it.
Okay. Now, I know that we've got some really exciting stuff to cover today. So why don't we start a little bit with your background and your story, what you were doing, and then then we can go into the rest of the story about how you're changing course right now.
Well, in the last, I would say, 10 years of my life, I have changed courses dramatically a couple of times. The first time was about 10 years ago when I had a little picket fence family and 3 kids and a husband, and chose to get a divorce. And I had not worked at that time before email was invented, so getting back into a career, and I decided to be a teacher. And then suddenly that childhood dream, I realized as an adult, wasn't quite what I had imagined it to be. So I had this vision of impacting women who are going through divorce and to learn how to date with their dignity intact and create a love affair of their life. And I started doing that, and I created this very successful business as a love and relationship coach. And before I knew it, people were coming to me, new coaches, new experts, and they were saying, wow, how did you do this so quickly and so powerfully in a short period of time? And before I knew it, I was at that crossroads of, well, do I just sort of keep doing this on the side, or do I actually launch into creating another brand in my business? And it was very scary to divide myself and have the confidence to know that my message in this area was as powerful as my dating message. And I just took that deep breath and I launched forward.
Yeah, excellent. So tell me some of the things, some of the fears that you faced, stepping out of one arena and getting into another one.
Well, the number one, I think, as coming from this divorced woman who didn't even know how to pay like a credit card bill, my constant gremlin is around resources and money. And so I had created this really lovely business, and when it became clear that I couldn't sort of do it halfway, I was really scared about committing resources, not just money, but time, because my family is really important to me, and basically I was inviting into my world a commitment, a new commitment, and that's really serious to me. So I had to decide, am I willing to make those adjustments? So resources was a really big fear, and then trust and delegating, right? So I can't do it all. I have realized that I am actually a human. Even though I sometimes act as if I'm not, And so really, like, up-leveling my CEO skills and becoming a better leader and manager, and then trusting people and leading them to really perform. That was terrifying for me.
Yeah, I can imagine so. I mean, I know even for myself, like stepping into this new part of my life, I mean, first of all, I was scared of failing, or thinking that I was already a failure, because I'm like, I'm supposed to be this transformational leader that has all the answers, and I can't even keep my marriage together. So I'm like, why is anyone going to listen to me? Like I'm some hoax. But I think the more that you lean into it and step into it, the more that you kind of, figure it out. But, support, I think, is a really important a component to this. So where were some of the places that you really found were great support for you?
I'm so glad you asked that question, because I decided to do this full force, at the beginning of 2014. And, I'm a believer of when you start something new, you have to empty something out. So I went through and I decided that it was time to organize my physical space and my office. And I was cleaning out all these files from when I started my first business, and I saw all of the mindset work that I did at the beginning to face my fears. And it just became clear to me then that go back to basics. So I started doing a daily ritual in which I read some sort of affirmation mindset piece from some of the resources that I really rely on, some of the great leaders in transformational thinking like you, and set my goals every day, and create a list of what I'm grateful for. Right, so I have that gratitude list, and then I spend, like 5 to 10 minutes every day tuning into my vision, whether it's through my mind movie or whether it's through my vision board, but I actually spend 10 quiet minutes doing that. And I have been doing that every day, and I think that if I wouldn't have that routine and discipline in my life, that the fear could sort of grab me by the ankles and pull me down.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it amazing how really just set yourself up for success, and you're looking at daily success habits, they're not that hard. Being grateful for what you've already got, focusing on the direction that you're taking, taking time to either do your meditation or you're doing your visualization. I mean, these are really basic things, but when you do them on a regular basis, it's amazing how they can really set up that strong foundation, for success and for whatever comes along for you. So tell me about, I know that you, with Dating with Dignity has been a really successful business for you. So how did you go from, having something that it's a great foundation, it's a great success here, then stepping into something else, and what is it that you've stepped into?
Well, we created a brand called My First 100K Coach Academy. Because it became really clear that the people that were wanting help on creating their coaching businesses, that was the first big goal. I want to have a 6-figure business. And that was really that first goal that I achieved quickly. And I did it through what I call perfecting the sales story and the art of the 2-minute conversation. And what I realized is in those private clients that I first had before I started teaching groups, I would really help them hone in on what it is that they do and articulate it in a way where anybody would be like, oh my God, I know someone who worked with you. I want to work with you. And that 2 minutes to yes conversation is really the foundation of your bigger mission and making impact and getting visible and then putting dollars in your pocket. So what we've done now is we've come up with a system called the Rev Up System, and it's the same blueprint I use to create a 6- and then 7-figure business in Dating with Dignity, and now our coaches are doing the same by following the blueprint.
Yeah, and again, I mean, the reason that we're such good friends and the reason I love the message that you have is you're not talking about theory. You're talking about, things that you've actually done yourself and proven techniques and stuff that you're applying now, right?
Absolutely. And when I go to coaching events, and I'm sure, you go to a lot too, it breaks my heart. Someone will come up to me and I'll say, what do you do? And they'll go on, and at the end of the conversation, I have no idea what they do. They're talking about fulfilling dreams and overcoming blocks and having joy, and I'm like, what's different about you? And it's really important. The way to create 6-figure and 7-figure success is to nail it. It is a crowded marketplace. Every single person watching this is different because of who you are. You have to figure out what it is that makes you so special so the right people can find you.
Yeah, absolutely. So who are the type of people that you're working with?
I'm working mostly with coaches who are brand new, who said, I have a dream, I want to change lives, and they don't know how to get started. And then I love working with coaches who have been trying to wing it, sort of like reading a lot of free downloads and listening to free teleclasses and running out of money. So we help them do a big start over, refocus, rebrand, get visible, work on the mindset piece, learn how to sell. Once they do that, they're having 5-figure months.
Right. All right, so let's just say that we have someone that's watching this show right now. They want to become a coach because they really know that they're meant for a bigger purpose, and they have, they really want to help other people. What are some of the basic things they can do to get started?
I love this. Well, the first thing we call it reveal your distinction. And I tell people that what it is that you're meant to do, your niche, even though people are afraid of that word, is like right at your nose. It's right there, but you can't see it. And the first thing to do is look at your story. Because most coaches, the people they want to work with are former versions of themselves. So look at what we call your victim to victory story, and look at what was the moment that you transformed. What is it that you were laying in bed saying, if only I had this, then my life would be perfect. And that's really a great window to figure out what it is that makes you distinct and who you're going to work with.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's the thing. There are so many people out there that need help. But if you've actually walked in their shoes, if you've actually been through that experience yourself, then you are probably more equipped than most others to be able to help those people moving forward, don't you think?
Absolutely. And some people avoid it on purpose. They're like, I don't want to work with those people. I'm sick of those people. You know, I used to be one of them. But if you just sort of embrace it and look at why actually it's going to help you be more powerful and sort of come to peace with your own story, people always end up going back and be like, I think I have to work with former versions of me.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I know that you've actually worked with quite a few coaches and people that have this message they want to get out there. So tell us, share one of your greatest success stories of people that you've worked with.
Oh, I love this conversation. One of my clients, actually, she came to me. I call this free download syndrome the intellectual pursuit of coaching. It's getting ready to get ready. Let me just get my website up. Let me just pick this logo, right? And you can get trapped in that for years. So one of my clients came to me and she was like, I have been in the intellectual pursuit of coaching for 3 years. Help me stop. Her company name was Achieve It, which is lovely but completely generic. And so we took her through the Rev Up System, and before you know it, she's having 5-figure months. Her business is called Small Business Big Breakthrough, right? So it's how to run your small business like a Fortune 500 company and turn yourself into a CEO. So once we really narrowed that in, all of a sudden JV opportunities were coming to her, clients, corporate clients, small business, and she really was able to see that she has a gift. And it's almost like you have to sort of fake it till you make it. That confidence comes from actually getting clients and selling bigger and bigger packages and speaking. And it all just sort of came together because she was working in a system.
Yeah, perfect. And that's the thing, like when you have the structure and you know what step 1 is and step 2 is, and then how to move forward from there, you know, that really helps you to be able to see clearly the direction that you want your business or your message to evolve into, which you know, which is what I love about the work that you do, is you just make it like, it's like paint by numbers. It's like super, super simple.
It is, because especially with technology, if you want to have a global brand, it's like, what do I do first? And actually, you know, if you build a website and it looks really beautiful, and this is a big mistake, I want a beautiful website, and there's no, we call it a lead generator magnet, no free gift, no opt-in, but it looks awesome, sort of, so what? Your cousin is going to say beautiful website, but you're not going to have the visitors and the traffic that you need so that you could create products. So it literally is, first you do this, then you do this. And when you unfold it in that way with the right mindset, it just happens. Yeah. Really does.
Absolutely. Marni, thank you so much for joining me today. We're completely running out of time, as we always do. You know, these 15-minute shows are just like craziness. But look, if people want to find out more about you, and I know that you have like a special, you know, package that you've put together for people that are watching the show.
Yes, we are giving you our free training on actually how to have sales conversations that put dollars in your pocket. I'm going to teach you our 2 minutes to yes formula so that you can figure out what is it that makes you unique and really craft that conversation. The 60-second elevator speech is out. So understanding what it is that you can do to create opportunity and get revenue. Watch this video and you'll be on your way.
Cool. And so where do we send people to get access to that?
There is a link that you are going to be sending people to. Apparently that's going to be right there. So.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, there's a banner just to the side of this video. If you click on that banner, it'll have Marni's lovely face on there. It'll actually take you straight through to that website, so that'll be perfect. So thanks again, Marni, for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure having you, as usual.
My pleasure to be here, and I just think that it's so important to really pull all of the pieces together. And so inspiration and action, it's a winning combination.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, guys, I encourage you to share this video. You can do that by clicking the Facebook and the Twitter share buttons on this page. Make sure that you download the app if you haven't done so already, so you can watch the shows on the go. You don't necessarily have to be in front of your computer. And make sure you put your email in the box on this page, because I would love to send you the Manifesting with the Masters video e-course. It's actually valued at $87, and I would love to send it to you for free. So until next time, remember to live large, choose courageously, and love without limits. We'll see you soon.
Bye.